Hello, everybody. My name is Froky Penguin, and I am back with just a simple uh, Yu-Gi-Oh video. Uh, I'll be talking about some ideas I have that could work uh, with odd eyes. Um, the card I want to talk about first, Form a Pal Recasting. Um, it says reveal any number of performapal monsters from your hand and shuffle them into the deck. Then draw cards equal to the number of cards you shuffled into the deck plus one. I think this is useful because sometimes when you're playing odd eyes, you have too many of the same performapals in your hand, or you don't want to see the specific performapal yet, right? So like Joker. Um, if you drew two of these, there's a little bit of a brick. But if you also drew the recasting, you could put one of them back, and so that frees up your hand a little bit, and probably hopefully you'll get a better card to use. Um, I don't think you'll need three ever, but that so um Odd Eyes Valet, Odd Eyes Seer, which you can play two or three. I prefer two. I think that works for me. And then there's Odd Eyes Butler. I play two of them. I see people use three. That could also work. I'm gonna work with two in my deck because I think that works. Then there's Odd Eyes Dissolver, which will help us with fusion summoning. Odd Eyes Synchron, which could help with synchro summoning. Uh, it can go up to 10, 8, with uh monkey board. With monkey board, it can be up to 8. Pendulum summoner can help us get to uh 2 performer pals in our hand, which could be the another butler. It can be dissolver, monkey board, synchron, depending on the hand. Lady Ange, or to put into the graveyard, then its effect will scale itself. Gentrude, uh, you can put two in there, and I think that would be okay. Gentrude, when it's destroyed, it can scale a performer pal. So if you don't have a specific card in your hand, but you have Gentrude, and you have a way to destroy it, you can scale directly from the deck onto the field, which which surprisingly it does help. So at least two, because I think two he'll be more helpful. Sky Iris will can uh can help. You can play three of the field spell or cut one for terraforming, or you can cut it down to two. But I'm gonna have it three for now, and then you're gonna want uh arc pendulum. You could run one arc pendulum, but I run two just cuz. And then to be able, and then another way to get to him would be revolution right next to arc here. Um, Usually he'll be at three, so that way you have one, two, three ways to get to arc. So it depends on how many arc pendulums work for you. I like to use two just because I think that helps. And then from here, I will be adding this card, Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon. Pendulum Graph Dragon, probably my favorite card in the game because I just think it looks really cool. Uh, Pendulum Graph Dragon has a cool effect. Where if it's in the pendulum zone during the end phase, you can grab a ritual spell directly from the deck and add it to your hand, and then Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon will add itself back to your hand. So, uh, so at the start of the next turn, you have this right back in your hand, and you have a way to ritual summon it normally. He also has a spell negate where it'll scale itself. So that's the part that's cool because if you have it out during your opponent's turn, you'll negate a spell, scale it. Next turn, no, sorry, during the end phase, it will return to your hand. Then during your turn, you can ritual summon this back out, and it's it's a recurring threat that keeps coming back. I've had a few times where this card was annoying or like tough to get around because he just kept coming back with its own effect, and combine this with uh vortex dragon. That's two negates on the field, really easy. So so yeah, you can let's see, what's it say? You can add one ritual spell from the deck to your hand, so you can use any ritual spell. Um, it depends on which one you want. I just use this Odd Eyes Advent just because it's just a ritual spell that I have. I do have other ritual spells, but this one works just fine, right? Because I'm only really using this to bring out Pendulum Graph Dragon, and then just keep doing it over and over again. He can also uh add back the ritual spell from the graveyard, which is which is very cool because you just keep using it, keep bringing it back. It's good. It's a good recycling on itself. I'll also be adding Supreme King Dragon Darkworm. Darkworm. Um, I don't know if you want. Yeah, I might as well add two, and then gate zero at one, and then the main reason you're gonna use this is to throw it into the graveyard. Because you can from there, if you have nothing on the field, Darkworm will special summon itself from the graveyard, and you just have one free body. Dragon Shrine is another card since Foolish Burial is at one. We're gonna do Dragon Shrine. You could do three if you want. I'm just gonna do these two since it's only like two of them. I think two will be fine. Beyond the Pendulum because it helps with pendulum monsters. Exceed the pendulum. Same thing. Helps with pendulums. And on summon, it can add back a pendulum monster. Now, from here is a little weird. I don't really know what to add since recently uh Appaloosa got banned, so we lost access to that. Uh a little while ago we also lost access to Borload and Baron de Fleur. So kind of stuck here. Stuck with not knowing what to add. So this is why I make this is another reason why I'm making the video. So we can share ideas on what could work. Um but yeah, it isn't finished, but we can test it out. If you look up here, top right, just test it. Okay, so we have our starting hand here. We have Revolution, Gentrude, Butler, Valet, and Synchron. It kind of sucks that Valets is in our hand, but we can work with it being in our hand. So first thing is going to use Revolution to search. We're gonna search for Arc. We're going to activate Gentrude and put it in the pendulum zone. And remember, when it's destroyed, it can scale a performer band. The way we're gonna do that is by the effect of Butler. Butler can target an odd eyes or uh an odd eyes or performer pal that you control. So as long as it's on the field somewhere, you can use it. So we're gonna activate it. We're gonna target one performer pal or odd eyes monster card, that being Gentrude. Then summon it and destroy Gentrude. Now Gentrude will let you activate its effect. We're gonna say yes, and then we can scale up performer pal. These are our performer pals, and the one we want is Odd Eye Seer. We're gonna scale Arc. Now, um, we're gonna use the effect of Odd Eye Seer. We're gonna target Revolution Dragon in the graveyard. Gonna add it to our hand, and then it's gonna destroy itself. Now, Arc Pendulum Dragon has an effect where if an Odd Eyes card is destroyed, it can special summon from the hand, deck, or graveyard. So we have two in our hand, being Valet or Synchron. We have Dissolver, we have another Arc, Seer, Butler. This situation, we're gonna summon the Valet from our hand. And Valet has an effect where you can send to the graveyard one Odd Eyes or Performer Pal, and it'll gain that level. Now, the one we're going to send is Lady Ange. Now, it's level 3 because it gained the 2. Now, Lady Ange has an effect in the graveyard where once per turn, it can scale itself from the graveyard as long as you have a Odd Eyes or a Gentrude, in which we have Arc. So we're going to activate it and put it into the pendulum zone. And now we have a scale 1 through 8, which means 2 through 7 is what we can bring out. Now, the thing we're gonna do with these two monsters is gonna make Beyond the Pendulum. Beyond the Pendulum will let you add a pendulum monster from the deck to your hand, but you will pay 1,200. Uh, these are all our pendulum monsters. We can add any of them, but to extend, we're going to add Pendulum Sorcerer. Now, because of Beyond's effect, we cannot activate pendulum monsters until we pendulum summon. So we're going to do just that. We're going to pendulum summon the Pendulum Sorcerer, Odd Eye Seer, and Gendrude. I could summon one more, but I'm just going to press this cancel. Boom. Boom. And boom. Now there's two things that happen. Beyond has an effect where if you pendulum summon two monsters to those zones that's pointing to, which is here, which is on Seer and on Gentrude, it can destroy two cards on the field, but we don't want that because it's our first turn. There's nothing to destroy. But Pendulum Sorcerer has an effect where we can destroy two cards we control and then add two Performer Pals. We're going to target the Lady Ange and the Arc Pendulum Dragon. Now, what we're going to add here is the Monkey Board and Dissolver. Now, we're going to scale the Monkey Board, scale the Dissolver, and then here there's other stuff we can summon. But since I didn't add anything much to the deck, um, there's not much to do right now. But this is an example of what we could do. Here is an example of when we want to use Performer Power Recasting. We could send back the Monkey Board because we don't want that in our hand right now. And just because we can send back the Gentrude because it isn't necessary and there's nothing for us to destroy it with. So we can activate recasting, reveal 1, reveal 2, send back, shuffle, and then draw. Now this is a much better hand. Performer Browse Scorebat Joker and Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon is a full combo, right? Because if you read the effect, it says when this card is normal summon, you can add one Performer Pal, Magician Pendulum, or Odd Eyes Monster from the deck to your hand, which means we could add Seer, and then this can search a a Dragon Pendulum monster, and then you'll see the same combo you saw in the last what is it, hand? Yeah, in the last hand. So yeah, this is one thing I think could perform power recasting. I think that could really help because you can send back stuff you don't want and hopefully get something way better. I was also thinking of using what was it? Dragoonity is what I was thinking. Dragoonity as where one of these cards is like you could discard it, grab something, and then it just keeps going. So Dragoonity could help. There's also the Supreme Supreme King stuff. There's the new Magician one, Light Worm, and this stuff can go towards making Zark. And this Synchro Universe thing. There's also Light Ray, Odd Eyes Arc Ray Dragon, which has a bunch of stuff I'm not familiar with. Um, there's that, the Supreme King stuff. Um, but yeah, that's just an idea. Or there's some ideas I have for now. Perform power recasting, maybe some Dragoonity, maybe the Arc, the Supreme King stuff. Um, but yeah, this is just what I'm thinking for now. If you guys have any ideas, I would like to hear them. But if you somewhat like the video, leave a like and definitely leave a comment so we can share ideas and we'll go through the ideas. But yeah, uh I'll see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.